In the middle of a dense forest, a young woman named Alina sat under an old giant tree. Tears streamed down her face, each drop telling the story of a broken heart. She wasn't crying without reason. Something deep inside her had shattered, something that could never be fixed again. Suddenly, a rustling sound came from the nearby bushes. Startled, Alina lifted her head. A snake was crawling toward her. She gasped in fear and tried to move back. Just as she was about to run, the snake spoke in a human voice. "Wait, girl. Don't be afraid. I won't harm you. Please hide me in your scarf. A snake charmer is after me. If he catches me, I'll be killed." Alina froze. A talking snake! It felt like something out of a fairy tale. But when she looked up and saw a man running in the same direction with a stick in his hand, her fear turned into sympathy. Quickly, she picked up the snake and hid it inside her scarf. Moments later, the snake charmer came panting. "Hey, girl! Did you see a snake passing by here?" Alina shook her head nervously. "No, sir, I didn't see any snake." Without saying another word, the man ran off. The snake then slid out from her scarf and said softly, "Thank you. You saved my life. I'll never forget your kindness. But tell me, why are you here alone and in such pain? You seem pregnant." At those words, tears filled Alina's eyes again. "You don't know," she said in a trembling voice. "I've destroyed my own life, shut the door on my own happiness. Now I live here, punishing myself." The snake listened quietly. "What happened, Alina? Tell me." Alina took a deep breath and began. "I was the only daughter of my parents. They loved me endlessly, maybe too much. Every wish of mine was fulfilled, every mistake forgiven. That love spoiled me." She paused for a moment, staring blankly at the forest floor. "In our village, I had two close friends. I used to visit them daily. One day, while walking to my friend's house, I noticed a young man who would watch me from afar. At first, I ignored him, but day after day he stood in the same place, quietly smiling whenever I passed, and strangely, when he wasn't there, I felt restless. After months of this, one day he gathered courage and stopped me. "Alina," he said, "I need to tell you something. I'm Ryan, the lawyer's son. I love you, and I want to marry you. If you agree, I'll send my parents to ask for your hand." I was shocked, yet somewhere inside I felt a strange warmth. He was handsome, polite, and there was honesty in his eyes. So I smiled and said, "All right, send your parents. I'm sure my father will say yes." That was the first time I felt what love truly was, a feeling that made my heart lighter, my world brighter. A few days later, Ryan's parents came to her home. They spoke respectfully. "Our son loves your daughter, and we know she loves him too. We wish to make this relationship official." But Alina's parents were stunned. They had no idea. That evening, they called her into the room. "Daughter, is this true?" her father asked. With hesitation, Alina nodded. "Yes, father. Ryan proposed to me and I said yes. I love him." Her father's face hardened. "Ryan is a drunkard and a troublemaker. We've seen him fighting in the market. He'll never make you happy." Her mother wept. "How can we give our daughter to such a man? You are our honor." But Alina, blinded by love, cried out, "You're wrong! Ryan is not like that! He loves me truly!" Her father shook his head. "This marriage will never happen." That night, Alina locked herself in her room and cried for hours. She talked to the walls, replaying every memory. For her, Ryan wasn't just a man. He was her dream, her entire world. Days later, when she met Ryan, tears filled her eyes. "My father will never agree," she whispered. Ryan smiled. "Then why ask them? Let's run away and get married. We'll convince them later." That one decision changed her entire life. That night, Alina left her home and never looked back.
They rented a small old room in the city. The paint was peeling, but their hearts were filled with hope. Alina believed everything would be fine soon. At first, Ryan seemed perfect, bringing her flowers, taking her out, promising her a happy life. But within weeks, the mask fell off. One evening, as Alina was cooking, she smelled alcohol. She walked out and saw Ryan drinking with his friends. "Ryan, what are you doing?" she asked in shock. He laughed. "Relax, I'm just having a little fun." Her voice trembled. "You lied to me. You said you don't drink." Ryan's face turned cold. He stood up and shoved her. "Don't interfere in my business," he growled. "Who are you to stop me?" That night, Alina realized love can blind you until you can no longer see reality. Days passed, and the abuse continued. He came home drunk, angry, and violent. The dream she once lived in turned into a nightmare. Months later, when she was 5 months pregnant, the doctor said, "It's a baby girl." But those words enraged Ryan. "I don't want a daughter," he shouted. "Get rid of it, now!" Alina's heart broke. "Ryan, this is our child, a sign of our love." But he wouldn't listen. He hit her, threatened her, forced her to agree. One day, he dragged her to a hospital. "If you resist, you'll pay the price," he warned. But just outside the hospital, Alina ran, clutching her stomach, crying, hiding from the world. She couldn't go home. She couldn't face her parents. She wandered until she reached the edge of a dark, forgotten forest. In that forest, she found an old abandoned cabin between 2 tall trees. Broken, exhausted, and desperate, she made it her home. There, she prayed every night, asking God for forgiveness. "Lord, I disobeyed my parents. This is my punishment. Please forgive me." One stormy night, her labor pains began. No one was there to help. Her screams echoed through the silent woods. And then, through the darkness, the same snake appeared. Terrified, she whispered, "Lord, protect me." But the snake slithered around her gently, as if guarding her. And by some miracle, that night she gave birth to a baby girl. With tears in her eyes, Alina said, "Thank you. You saved us." The snake's eyes shimmered. "Do you not recognize me, Alina? I'm the same snake that you once saved from death." She remembered, and with a smile, she named her daughter Sophia, meaning light. The snake stayed with them, protecting them, playing with Sophia, and keeping them safe. As years passed, Sophia's laughter healed Alina's pain. One day, the snake came to the cabin with 2 small children. Sophia giggled. "Who are they? Will they play with me?" But when Alina saw them, her heart skipped a beat. "Who are these children?" she asked. The snake replied, "They are Ryan's sons, from his new marriage. He ruined your life. Now he should know a parent's pain. I brought them here." Alina was silent for a long time, then said firmly, "No, this is not right. If Ryan was cruel, why punish innocent children? Take them back. I won't repeat his sin. There's something greater than revenge, humanity." The snake bowed his head and returned the children. When Ryan saw his missing sons again, he broke down in tears. Perhaps for the first time, he understood what pain